toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The give to the back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to it. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Through the raindrops, the ball just squirted right through him. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quick completion on the out. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
Let's it fly. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is on its way. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds his man. It's on.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Gives it on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense presses him to the ground.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start putting a lot of pressure.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll try the run. Turning it on. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Looking downfield, it's Rayola. Makes the catch, it's Nelson. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. It's Ives. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They'll run the sneak for it.
4th and 1. I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease, pick up the first, keep the drive alive.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll try to pop the draw. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the touchdown, Wolfpack. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Vanderbilt. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Got a man, it's Mills. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Ives. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
That's caught. It's Nelson. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the...
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Touchdown, Husker! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Bailey. Fires to the middle. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. The short hands. It smothers. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got it in the middle. It smothers. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll leave it with him. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Huskers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this 2nd half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Running back searching for a hole. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The quick out. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Quick handoff. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the 1st down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Breaks into the open. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why don't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, NC State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, it doesn't get much bigger than a couple of top 5 teams going toe-to-toe. Here's the latest on this gigantic showdown. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Fires it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Snagged in the middle. It's Bonner. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The toss sweep to the right. Creates a little space. This junior making his presence. And making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Huskers will punt this one away. And the returner will be knocked down. Off-play action on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Working the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Turning it on. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it. But you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nice move to pick up yardage.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Isaac. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down to try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Raiola. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. 1st down and more. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Catch in the middle. It's Hill.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Wants to throw again. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
The Cornhuskers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Raiola. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
One more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Florida. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Takes a hit as he fires. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the irons in.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Takes a handoff. It's Smothers. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Yeah, and they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here.